Dear students, I hope you all are safe at your home. Children, today we are going to study our lesson number 7, The Wonderful World of Animals. I request you all to open page number 43 of your EVS book to study more about our today's lesson. In this lesson, we are going to study about animals in groups, behavioral patterns of animals, helpfulness among animals, human and animal interaction, ears of animals, body coverings, protection gear of animals, bees, the honey makers, and colonies of ants. Children, as you all know that there are different kinds of animals and birds in our surroundings. Some animals are wild animals, they live in the jungle. Some animals are domestic animals. Different types of animals live in different places. Animals are of various types in terms of size, shape, the way they move, the food they eat, etc. Some animals live in groups while some live alone. Animals in groups. Children, there are some animals that like to live in groups. Some examples are lions, wolves, birds, bees, cows, deer, elephants, fish, bears, monkeys, buffaloes, sheep, zebras, dolphins, etc. You know why these animals form group? Because of different reasons, animals form group. And I am going to tell you about few reasons because of that they form groups. First, they get better protection against their enemies in the group. They get better care for their young ones if they are moving in groups. Efficient hunting. There is no problem for their food if they are in the group. Companionship. Getting warmth from each other's bodies. And whenever they are ill, they get the food. Means they are not worried about the food of their young ones if they are not in the condition to go out for hunt. Managing shelter and sense of belonging. Children, apart from living in groups, there are some animals who love to live alone. They do not interact with their species. For example, leopards and some of the bears like polar bears are better adapted to live alone. There are some animals which are shy and do not come near to us. Whenever we go near to them, they either run away or they go inside their shell or hide themselves somewhere. Some example of shy animals are lizard, snail, squirrel, mouse, deer, fox, birds, elephant, rabbit, tortoise, earthworm, dragonfly, etc. Apart from shy animals, there are some animals which are friendly with us. They are not scared of humans. If we show our love and concern towards them, they behave friendly with us. For example, dog, cat, elephant, dolphin, horse, cow, buffalo, etc. Apart from shy animals and friendly animals, there are some animals who are wild and we cannot be friend with them because they cause us harm. For example, lion, tiger, etc. Helpfulness among animals. Animals help each other in a number of ways. They also help human beings. Some of ways I am going to tell you how they are helpful to each other. Now I am going to discuss about some animals, how they help each other. First, small birds like egrets and oxpeckers sit on the bodies of cows, deer, elephants and buffaloes, and they eat the insects that are sticking on the skin of these animals. They both benefit each other as the egrets get its food and buffaloes gets rid of germs and insects. Second, Remus removed the parasites found on the bodies of turtle. Turtle gets shell clean and the fish gets a meat. Water geckos eat insects that disturb crocodiles. And a very good relationship example I am going to give you how Egyptian plover and crocodile help each other. Egyptian plover and crocodile have a unique relationship. When the crocodile feels the need for a good tooth cleaning, it will sit with its mouth wide open. The plover flies into its mouth and feeds the meat stuck in the mouth of crocodile. The stuck food can cause infection to crocodile, so when a crocodile needs its mouth clean, it will open it and wait for the plover bird's help. The plover gets a meal and the crocodile gets its teeth clean. Next is, in the forest, there are some animals who make different kind of sounds to warn other animals for the danger. For example, birds and monkeys warn deer and zebra if they feel any kind of danger. They immediately make different sounds to warn them that some wild animal is nearby. Human and animal interaction. Animals are very helpful for human being. We get milk, egg, meat, silk and wool from animals. Spiders and lizards help by eating small insects. Many birds are beneficial to farmers as they help in controlling the pest, that is the harmful insects. Earthworms erode the soil and they are considered as the farmer's friend. Animals are also helpful for the human beings as they reduce the depression of the humans. If we used to keep a pet animal with us, if we start playing with them, they will reduce our depression. They make us happy by their funny activities. Animals like dogs are used as guard dogs. They protect humans and their homes. Animals are also used in medical research and testing. Before the launch of any medicine to the market, they are tested on different animals, and after that only they are sent into the market for human beings. So animals are very useful for us in different ways. Now we are going to study about the ears of animals. Animals have ears that help them to hear. Some animals have big ears while some have small ears. Now I am going to tell you about how animals are using their ears for different purposes. Animals use their ears to detect danger, as well as with the help of their ears they search for their prey. Some animals use their ears for communicating. For example, frogs. Ears can also regulate the body temperature of some animals. Now I am going to give you more examples of different animals' ears. Whenever the elephant senses threat, its ears spread wide on each side of the head, and they also flap their ears frequently. Foxes and bats use their big ears to escape from enemies and to catch their prey. The fennel fox ears are big, which they use to listen sounds of prey in the sand. The ears also help dispel body heat to keep the fox cool. Polar bears have small ears. The ears are very important for them because they prevent water entering their ears, which could then freeze and damage their eardrums, and their less body heat is lost out of the small ears. The bat ears are also very important for bat because bat hears the echo with the help of their ears and can tell where the object is. Bats have the best hearing of all land animals. Birds do not have outer ears. They have two holes on both sides of their head. They can hear sounds that humans cannot hear. Their ears help them to maintain their body balance while flying. Most of the animals have ears that can be seen. They are called external ears. For example, the ears of horses, cows, etc. Some animals have internal ears. These ears are inside the body and cannot be seen. For example, the ears of lizard and frog. Body coverings. Animals have different body coverings. As human beings have skin to cover their body, different animals have different kind of body coverings which help them to adjust to the climatic changes in a particular place. Now we are going to discuss about what kind of body covering different animals have. Birds have feathers on their body that help them to fly and to keep them warm. Some animals like camel, lion, deer, zebra have very little hair on their body. As their body is covered with skin, apart from that, they have very little hairs on their body that help them to live in the hot areas. Fish tortoise, crocodile, snake have scales on their bodies. These scales protect the animals and prevent water loss from the body. Polar bears that live in cold area have a thick coat of fur on the body. It helps polar bear to trap the body heat. Amphibians have a loose, moist skin which help them to adjust to their water habitat. Animals that live in very cold habitats have a thick layer of fat under their skin that help their body to maintain the heat, to maintain the body warm. For example, whales, dolphin, polar bear and penguin. They have a thick layer of fat under their skin that keep their body warm with the help of the fat under their skin. Protection gear of animals. As whenever someone used to attack on us, we used to protect ourselves with different object, whatever we have or whatever we can use to protect ourselves. In the same way, animals also have different characteristics that protect them from their enemies. It can be a hard shell, thick skin, dry and hard scales, horn, spines and sharp claws, body shape, color matching the surroundings, good eyesight and hearing. Now let us see how different animals guard themselves against their enemies. A pangolin or a hedgehog rolls up in a ball-like shape to protect itself. Porcupine fish have spines on the surface of their body, through which they can injure their enemies. Animals such as tortoise, turtle, snail have a hard covering on their body called the shell. Whenever an enemy comes near to them, they used to hide themselves under their shell. Tiny creatures like leaf insects and stick insects have body shapes or colors that match their surroundings. This makes it easier for these animals to hide from their enemies. Zebras have black and white strips on their bodies. This makes it more difficult for their enemies to spot them from a distance. Chameleon can change its skin color to match the color of its surrounding. For example, if a chameleon is sitting on a leaf and the color of the leaf is green, immediately it will change its skin color to green, which help it to hide from its enemies because its enemies get confused with the color of the skin of the chameleon and the color of the surrounding. Scorpions have stings to protect themselves. Millipedes curl up their bodies to protect themselves from danger. Beetles pretend them to be dead when they are attacked. Bedbugs are smelly to keep away their enemies. Centipedes, cobras, wasps can defend themselves from their enemies by using their poison. Squid gives off black color to confuse their enemies. Rhinoceros have very thick skin. Bees, the honey makers. Honey bees live in hives. A beehive is also called apiary. Honey is a sweet, thick, sugary solution made by bees. The process of making honey begins with the visit of flowers by the honey bees. They suck nectar from the flowers with their tongues and store it in honey's stomach. Other worker bees suck the nectar from honey bees' stomach through their mouths. These bees spread the nectar in honeycombs. After a few days, this nectar turns into honey. Honey collectors collect the honey from the beehive. They light a fire under the beehive. The smoke and the heat drives away all the bees from the hive. The hive is then removed and honey is extracted from it. Colonies of ants. Ants are social animals that live in colonies. Ant colonies consist of queen, drones, and workers. The queen, who is the leader of the colony, lay eggs. Drones are males and their work is to help the queen reproduce. There are 100 of them in a colony. Workers. These are female workers. There are thousands of them. They bring food, repair the hive, and protect it from enemies. They also take care of eggs. Children, the world of animals is amazing. Only those animals can survive that can protect themselves from their enemies and extreme weather. Animals must be treated kindly. All animals understand the language of love. Now, one activity is there for you. Write the answer of this question in your rough copy. The question is, how animals are useful to us. You have to write at least 10 points how we get benefited by different animals. I hope you all have understood this lesson. That's all about this lesson, children. Thank you.